Greetings, B-movie aficionados.
All right. Hello. Welcome to A Couple of Flicks. I'm Tristan.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Zach.
And today, rather than talking about some fun Hulk Hogan movies, we're going to talk about a new movie that just came out, apparently. That I think, I mean, this movie probably broke my brain more than Showgirls. Except it's not as fun as Showgirls. but we'll get into it. It's a brand new movie, so yeah, it's something, and I want to. We will take a minute to examine this, but before we do that, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about, or no? Should we just dive in? I don't know.
I mean, I literally just finished it like 30 minutes ago, so a little.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. This week, I'll just say what I watched. Generally, we don't have to necessarily go into it. I watched, Twisted Metal series.
Nice.
It's good. It's good. One of my favorite podcasters is in it, from the Doughboys. Mike Mitchell. He's has a bigger role this second season, and it's actually a pretty good series. Like, it's funny and has some cool action.
Yeah.
Nice.
I watched the first season, so
nice.
I'm eager to jump into the second, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's a nice, surprising video game adaptation that's good.
Yeah. I like those games quite a bit. I remember having a blast with them.
Yeah, and I remember them not really having a story, but so what I heard is that gave, like, because they're having on the Doughboys, they're bringing in like all the stars for like a twisted monthal is what they're calling it on the Doughboys podcast. They're just to help promote, but also, like, he's of course friends with the entire cast and everything. Like, they brought one of the main creators into the show, and they're like, so since there isn't really too much of a big story for Twisted Metal, we were able to have a lot of creative liberty to make our own little story. So that's why there were, there's a bit of storylines, backgrounds to characters, but with the overall story, they were kind of able to go all out. And the second season's definitely has, like, the first season was a bit of a setup, but still good. And then now it seems like they're actually getting into like the car combat type of mechanics with the second season and stuff.
Cool.
And then otherwise, I watched this week, no movies, but the new King of the Hill series that dropped. Just finished that like this morning, the last episodes.
Nice.
Pretty good. I love King of the Hill. It's one of like my favorite shows ever. And
me too.
It delivers. I mean, it's good. I wish, like, it's a 10 episode series. Like, of course they all are now. So, like, that was a bit disappointing. Yeah. But it still felt like King of the Hill. That's what was good about it. It was like, this is King of the Hill.
Perfect. I think that's Mike Chugg's masterpiece. Did you ever watch King of the Hill back in the day, Zach?
A little bit, yeah.
It's one of my go-to rewatches. Like, every few shows, I'll go back and rewatch all the King of the Hill. So I've seen it like 3 or 4 times over at least.
Nice.
I haven't watched it for at least a decade, but I've been kind of wanting to lately, so I'm glad this new series has come out. Kind of gives me the perfect excuse. So
it's not even like technically a new series. It's season 15. Season. They're calling it. So
I'll
not a reboot. It's funny, they had like in the first couple episodes they made fun of reboots and stuff.
Yeah,
they had, but yeah, it's good.
Okay, nice. I'll check it out. Well, what about you, Zach? Is there anything you want to talk about, or should we just jump right in? Because
So the only thing I watched since our last episode was the Minecraft movie.
Oh no.
I saw that one too.
It's not as bad as you think it would be, but
Yeah.
still not my favorite from this year.
I don't know if I could ever bring myself to watch it. I've heard it's like not, of course, like terrible, but
It's very Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Same guy that made that, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I never liked Minecraft as the video game myself. I never got into it. So I'm just like,
Yeah. I've played it a few times with some little relatives. I watched the movie with my niece. We enjoyed it, but it's not like it's not something I would ever go to again. It's kind of just a fun little kind of thing there. Kind of remind me of Batman and Robin. In a weird way. I'm not even exactly sure why. It just had a feel. It just had sort of I don't know. It gave me the same sort of feelings. It's hard to explain. So a lot of movies have been reminding me of Batman and Robin lately, though. So maybe I'm just going mad. So I don't really have. I mean, unless you guys want to hear me go on and on about like Iranian documentaries, which you probably don't. So those are the only things I've watched this week, other than this movie that we're about to examine. So this movie here. Oh my gosh! So this movie here. So it's on Amazon.
no surprise.
Yeah. I was wondering how long it would take for the elephant in the room to sort of be circled. And I'm glad that we broke the glass immediately.
But, can we I just have to say, can we call it a movie or just one long ass Amazon commercial?
Well, that's
the first thing that needs to be addressed.
I mean, the funny thing is, when I sat through this movie, that was my first thought, was that why did I just sit through an Amazon commercial? But then the thing is, some of the ideas in this movie are actually kind of interesting to me, which is why why my brain is broken over this movie, and why I need to sort of talk about it with you guys, because it kind of bothers me that it exists. But I also have to admit that there were some things about it that I found kind of thoughtful.
It has points, but it's like the delivery is not prime.
Exactly. You said a mouthful in more than one way.
And I saw the Tom Cruise one, and
yes.
It is an HD. This is, I don't know how different it is. I mean, it's because it's been a while since I remember that. It was in 2005 that one came out. Okay. And there was probably an older one. I know there was that radio that freaked people out, and then
yes, there was oh yeah.
So I'm just familiar with the general story, and then the 2005 Tom Cruise one.
Okay,
this seemed absolutely took generous liberties with the fucking name War of the Worlds, the H.G. Wells War of the Worlds,
yes,
barely the same, not at all.
No, okay. I don't want to get too deep into the history of War of the Worlds yet.
Yeah.
But Zach, talk to me. Okay, so I guess all right. So first of all, have you seen any other War of the Worlds movies?
I don't think I have, actually.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
But I'm familiar with the concept.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. So, all right. So when you watched this movie and it ended, what was your first thought?
Wow.
Yeah. This is extraordinary. And I don't mean that in a good way, obviously, but I guess I guess
in a good bad way. I don't know. I mean, it's something to behold. It's like, one of those.
It is a bit more of a question mark than I expected, I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess before we start talking about the actual plot, I didn't know anything about this when I watched it. I didn't even know that it was something that had been worked on or anything like that. I just saw that it was War of the Worlds starring Ice Cube, and my first thought was the Tom Cruise. Yeah, well, that was exactly. I thought of the Tom Cruise movie, and I thought of what it would be like to have Ice Cube in an action movie with like only playing Tom Cruise, like the Tom Cruise role. Like, would it be like a comedy? Would it be like a road movie? Would it be sort of some kind of weird thing? Like what was I getting into? Mm-hmm. And I knew I was in trouble as soon as I realized that he was playing somebody who worked for the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I basically knew the whole plot before I watched it, just because like it hit the internet big time. Like I did I browse Reddit all the time, so like I saw it within like the first few hours the trailer dropped. And I was like, oh, that like, it's one of those movies where like there's no way it can't be shit from a trailer. Yeah. like it's a rare occurrence where like it does, like, there's no way to zhuzh up the trailer. Like there's no way this movie could be in any way made better by the trailer. Yeah. So like it was, I think I can't be like, I don't know if the comments were turned off, but like it should have been one of those trailers that just drops with the comments turned off. But I was like, oh, that actually looks like hot shit. And then just like throughout I think the movie dropped maybe the same day or a couple days after the trailer did. And then just a bunch of like YouTubers and stuff that I follow. I did watch their reactions and what they said, so I knew what I was getting into.
Okay.
But I still wanted to see it for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, just because it is something to behold, honestly. This movie is kind of an event. It's kind of a nexus point for cinema. Like
it is something else.
Yeah, like I admit I kind of this movie kind of gave me an existential crisis, honestly, because when it was over, I needed to go to bed. All I needed to do was sleep because I couldn't.
Right.
Like whatever it was just like but
I mean, fell asleep in the middle.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
I mean, I just finished it like literally I guess by now 50 minutes ago. Like I straight up hit the clock before we started recording.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah, I was completely blindsided by this one. So the whole movie, it turns out, and this is obviously no surprise to people who've watched the trailer, I'm assuming, or read about it. The whole movie it's another one of those FaceTime movie. What do they call them now? Is it FaceTime horror?
Screen life.
Screen life. Okay. Yeah. Is it a screen life genre or screen just?
I think that's the genre.
Okay.
That's what I keep seeing it as.
Okay.
Do they make them anymore though? Is like, because I know this was made during COVID.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta.
That's why this exists. It was made during COVID, and then they shelved it.
Wow.
Because like I have to assume everyone involved knows it sucks. Okay. And I'm surprised they actually released it.
Me too.
It's like, okay, why did you like I wonder if like executives knew like, okay, this movie fucking sucks, but like we might get some of those, bad movie people like us like discussing it, and like at this point I think like it got enough word of mouth, it probably got enough views to make it worth it. But it was made during COVID. That's why like it's filmed the way it is.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Man. All right. Well, I have actually seen some of these Screen Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they're calling them.
Okay. I have seen some of these. I've seen that. What was it? Or unfriended. I think that's what it was. Unfriended. The one about the girl who's like having that thing with her friends and they get attacked by a ghost in the computer or something, or the ghost like makes them like do stuff. Or I don't even remember exactly what happens. I just remember it being terrible. But and then I saw The Den, which that was confusing because that was one of those movies where this girl gets like kidnapped and all this crazy shit happens to her and she's running around and she's FaceTiming while trying to escape the killers, which I don't know. I remember that threw me off. But then there was one I did like, the John Cho one, the searching, that one. Did you guys see that one?
I haven't. I think I've only seen a couple of movies like this.
I've never seen one.
Oh, okay.
This is the first, one of these I've seen. Because I know
I saw that the missing one from 2023.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then I think there was one like called Live Scream or some stupid shit.
Live Scream. That sounds great. Well, I know that like they've experimented with this concept also in some found footage like VHS and some other stuff. But this is one of the weirdest ones I've seen. So yeah, the whole movie is basically a screen life movie of Ice Cube working for the Department of Homeland Security, DHS.
Sorry, I noticed on Amazon there's a few new things with DHS being the hero. It's kind of weird timing.
It is weird.
Huh. I wonder why.
Yeah, no, good point. Maybe they had some kind of tie-in or something. It's just like, but I don't know. I guess what was strange about this film though is his character actually seemed to be spending a lot more of his work time kind of spying on his family. So that kind of threw me off.
He's a goddamn creep. He's just a fucking creep.
Yeah, like, so his daughter is literally a scientist and she goes to buy like a donut or something. I don't even remember.
A muffin.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. and he's like, wait a minute, what are you doing? He calls her on her phone actually. Yep. And tells her to like go get like an egg or something like that, or get something that has protein.
And he bitches at her for drinking like oat milk or almond milk instead of regular milk or some shit. Because she's like, how do you know what I'm drinking? And he's like, you see him literally hacking into her smart fridge.
Yeah,
so
he's spying on her refrigerator.
Like, this dude's a fucking creep. He's going hardcore spying on his daughter. Yeah.
And she's dating Rowley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid 1, 2, 3. And
is he the wimpy kid or is that?
No, he's the older brother, the one who
I never saw any of those. So yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, anyway, she's dating him, and he ends up kind of being the hero in the end. But spoiler, whoops. Anyway,
he's an Amazon driver,
right? Which to me, actually, in a way, if I guess I could try to be sort of fair and say that maybe this movie is attempting to say more about the people who work for Amazon rather than Amazon itself.
I think it's trying to put Amazon in a good light, because we hear about those stories of Amazon drivers or Amazon workers having to piss in Gatorade bottles to fill quotas and shit. So I think it was true. Like, oh no, look at this guy. He's an Amazon driver. He likes his job and he's saving the world. Yeah. But like in reality, like Amazon drivers and warehouse workers are underpaid, treated like shit, and have to piss in Gatorade bottles to make their quotas.
You're absolutely right. I guess they figure that since Nomadland won Best Picture, it was okay to make movies that advertise for Amazon now. Like maybe that was the theory behind it. I don't know, because nobody seemed to really got mad at that. Or, I mean, there were people that got mad at that movie for it, but
what was it? I never saw it. What was it promoting?
It wasn't really promoting Amazon, but there was a part where like the main character works at Amazon, and she's like, "Oh, they treat me real good, and I'm glad I worked there." But then she kind of moves on. Like there was that kind of moment, and I guess a lot of people were really critical of that, which like. I don't know. When I was watching that movie, I didn't even notice. So I don't know. But...
I mean, you probably have to follow. I would say follow the money to see like who produced that. Like this is an absolute Amazon production.
Oh, I agree.
So like that they were pushing like we're Amazon, we're awesome.
Yeah, but what bothers me about this movie is the message, though, because this guy. So yeah, he's spying on his daughter.
It's both. And he has a son too. He's spying on both of his children.
Yes, and his son. Well, we'll get to his son later, but his son is actually he's kind of a key character in all this, of course. But throughout the movie, I couldn't help but notice they were kind of constantly making jokes about, why would I want to have a job where all I do is look in somebody's Amazon cart?
Amazon shopping. That was like said so many times. Like, yeah, you're just looking at Amazon shopping carts.
Yeah, and like the thing is that is kind of a concern that a lot of people have raised, and so to see it kind of be used as sort of a punchline in a movie like this is a little bit strange, I gotta say. But at the same time, like I guess I can't take it too seriously just because the movie itself doesn't. It's such an anomaly that to even attempt to really add some kind of gravity to this, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a winning battle at this point.
That is a fair quandary to like. Yeah.
It's a weird one. It's a really weird one, and I try not to get too into the the weird like logic behind this movie, but
there is none.
Yeah,
throughout there are just logic and plot holes throughout.
Yeah, but okay, so Ice Cube, he's working for DHS and. He's, pretty much just doing the whole data collecting, or well, not even data collecting, more just data assurance mostly.
He's like spying on people. Like in the first montage, you see him like going through just cameras around cities, assessing who they are, if they're potential threats, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Now. Okay, I didn't know anything about this movie when I was watching it, but when I was watching it, I convinced myself that what was happening was not going to be the whole movie, and that at some point, like all the power and it was going to go out, and that the movie would switch to like a third person type of thing, where Ice Cube would suddenly have to actually like get going and figure out how to deal with it, because. Throughout the first part of the movie, he kept on like getting up and jumping, and he seemed really physical, and it seemed like he wanted to do stuff. And so I thought, okay, so is this like a buildup? But then in the second half, the movie actually gets weirder, believe it or not. But in the first half of the movie, though, he's mostly just kind of half-assed, I'd say, doing his job, which I guess the movie sort of makes a point out. But he talks to what's her name, Ava Longoria. I think that's who that was, right? Yeah. And she does some absolutely crazy stuff in this movie. Like, okay, was she the one who? I know I'm all over the place because my mind is split open with this movie. But so was she the one who she touched that craft after it landed?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, she's like the NASA scientist of the movie.
Yeah.
In which I actually specifically noted that like she touched you got to expect like a NASA scientist would probably know that a meteorite that just hit the ground is not touchable for like probably a few days because it's so hot. But like, oh, I'm just gonna touch it. It's cold. Like, no, why would you even try touching it?
Yeah. Yeah, this movie is starting to give me like Alien Covenant vibes or something like that. At the I don't know, but anyway. So let's see. So there is action in this movie, but most of it is just over surveillance videos. Although I will say the effects in this movie were very strange. Like what was with those? So eventually, okay, so throughout the movie, Ava Longoria, like throughout the early parts of the movie, Ava Longoria keeps pointing out to Ice Cube that there's some anomalies in the sky, that the clouds aren't looking too good. And at first he's just like, I look at people, not weather, you know. Like he keeps saying that again
it's
and
not
again.
my department. Yeah.
And actually, kind of throughout the course of the movie, there's sort of an ongoing theme of him being like a workaholic, you know. And at one point, his daughter even says, "You never want to leave that place, but now you're trapped there." You know,
so profound.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's isn't it ironic? And she's like bleeding out. Like, isn't it ironic? And I was like, what is happening? Why? Yeah. And then she like gives a line. You never want to leave that place, and now when you do, you can't. Shut up. Don't even try, War of the Worlds 2025.
Yeah. And the reason that made me sad because that was the moment in the movie that I realized we were never going to leave that building. We just weren't, you know. Like
I knew it. I would. I mean, I was of course spoiled mostly, but I would have known it if it, like just the way it was filmed.
Yeah.
And then of course when he got locked in, like he tried to pull his first door up and like, oh no, they locked us down. Oh no. Like, okay. But realistically, I'm pretty sure I would have figured it out. Just how it was just like a Zoom call after Zoom call. I was like, okay, it's not. He's never gonna leave that room.
Exactly.
Or at least the building. He leaves the room, but doesn't leave the building.
Yeah. But until then, until the weather stuff actually starts affecting him, he actually spends another some little periods of the film, which it seemed to be mostly his little off periods between talking to people, looking into secret hacker who goes by the name of
his work.
Disruptor, right?
Yeah, the Disruptor. I think that wasn't even his off period. I think that was one of his main jobs, was to figure out who this Disruptor guy was.
Right. It just seemed. Oh yeah.
So like I wrote down, like, he takes a lot of fucking personal life calls during work on his work computer.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
I don't know if that would be allowed when you're like a top high ranking Department of Home Security officer. Like, I think that breaches so many security protocols in general, like taking personal home Zoom, fucking FaceTime.
Yeah. And I wasn't. I also, the other thing was that, like, so if you're looking into like a hacker who's like supposed to be dangerous or something like that, who's capable of getting like government files and whatever, and you're working for DHS, that seems like it should be a priority, which is why I was surprised that he didn't spend more time doing that. And then later on in the movie, when he does that voice thing, like, I was surprised that he didn't do that immediately.
No, that's like, okay. I wrote that down. Like, I was going to bring that up when he did it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry that I brought it up early.
It's fine.
It's because
that's one of the stupidest fucking. It's one of the dumbest things about this movie is that.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, that's the thing when I was watching this movie, and it was getting into all that stuff with the hackers and all that stuff. I started thinking of you and how much you hate the movie Hackers, and then I was just like, oh my god, like, wait a minute, this might be something that, like, this. Wait a minute. You know,
Hacking
like
the
my mind.
mainframe.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they do. Or at least until they get blown up, you know. But whatever. Spoilers again. I'm sorry. Spoilers all over the War of the Worlds 2025 remake review. My bad.
I don't even. Could it be called a remake or just a reimagining?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we should try to sort of unpack this a little bit at least. So War of the Worlds, like it's actually based on a novel written in 1898. It's a science fiction novel, H.G. Wells, right? And it was actually a pretty influential novel, not just for like science fiction, but also just in the real world as well. There were weapons that were eventually sort of manufactured and created that were initially inspired by ideas that were essentially introduced in that book. So the book actually has like a lot of depth and history to it. There was a movie that was made in the 50s. It was a sci-fi movie. It's a good one. It is silly in that 50s kind of way, but I'd say when it comes to like those like alien attack movies, that's probably one of the better ones. But it's, I'd say, pretty loose adaptation of the book. You know.
Did you read the book?
No, I've never read the book. The book I've read parts of, but I've never read the whole book from beginning to end.
And so there was a radio play, correct?
Yes.
So was the whole thing was Orson Welles? Mm-hmm. So was the whole thing that it played and then people thought it was real a thing, or was that just a? Because I know that habit, or it's at least a story that I heard that it played on the radio and people thought it was real. Yeah, is that an actual thing that happened, or is it just like a myth?
Like an urban legend? So what happened was, so back in those times, there used to be a lot of like radio theater productions and stuff, and yeah. Like everybody knows things like Annie. Yes. Everybody knows like Prairie Horn Companion and all these other things that like have kind of modernized it. But back then they were a lot more popular. Yeah. And what Orson Welles did was somehow he figured out a way to get permission to perform a teleplay, which was just like him and a couple other people in a room performing like a sort of fake news, like casual news thing where it's like, oh, you know, just talking like normal, ordinary, everyday news, and then suddenly it's like it starts to kind of escalate more and more, and then it becomes like a really terrible, horrifying thing where the newscasters are getting attacked by aliens, and there's like and it's crazy, you know, and it's and people
and it was real that people thought it was real at least.
Some people thought it was real. I think the whole idea of it creating like a massive like scare that caused it like a insane panic and stuff like that. Like I think those kind of claims are exaggerated, but I think a lot of people were genuinely disturbed by the broadcast enough to complain about it. You know, I think it was one of those kinds of things. So, and so Orson Welles got in a lot of trouble for it. But the thing is, he got in trouble for everything he did. So at that point, he probably didn't even care.
No.
But anyway, so fast forward to the 2000s. Steven Spielberg makes War of the Worlds starring Tom Cruise in 2005.
I didn't know Steven Spielberg made that one.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, I don't really remember that movie that well. I remember not being super.
Wasn't good. I remember it not being good.
Well, I remember there were things about it. Like I remember liking Tim Robbins. And I thought like Dakota Fanning was pretty realistic. But I remember I didn't like the ending.
From what I remember, spoiler for the ending, they just die.
Oh, the aliens?
Yeah.
They do die. Yeah, they die of they get sick from man-made illness. You know? Yeah. So they weren't immune to our like the kind of germs that were in our atmosphere, and that's how they died, and that's how they die in the book too. So that was actually accurate to the book.
Yeah, I remember that. It was just like for a movie fairly anticlimactic when they were trying to fight them all, but then at the end they just start dying for like no reason. I mean, a reason, but it wasn't anything necessarily like the characters did.
Yeah. I mean, my reasons for not liking the ending had more to do with just Steven Spielberg just giving into his worst temptations as a filmmaker. Again, he does that sometimes. It always annoys me. But it's like the type of thing where, characters who you think probably should have died or at least got seriously injured or screwed up instead make it out insanely unscathed. Like that kind of thing. I just remember it being another one of those kinds of movies,
Yeah.
Miracles can happen in real life. It's true, but alien invasions, anyway, whatever. But what was interesting about 2005 though was there were actually two other War of the Worlds movies that came out that year. I've probably seen I've seen a lot of War of the Worlds adaptations, by the way. There was a made-for-TV one with C. Thomas Howell called War of the Worlds, or H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds, which I actually like more than the Tom Cruise one, and it was by the Asylum. So there's my endorsement. I actually like the Asylum version of War of the Worlds more than the Tom Cruise, Steven Spielberg version. So there's that. And then there was a really strange one that came out also the same year, also called H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds. It was 3 hours long, and what it was a obsessively strict adaptation of the novel that it was kind of like a sort of play almost with really, really, really strange early CD-ROM graphics that take up most of the running time of 3 hours. It is an oddity. I mean, I wouldn't recommend sitting through all 3 hours, but if you ever have time, look up like a YouTube compilation. It's pretty strange. So that exists. And then this is the most recent one, the 2025 one starring Ice Cube. So, and I'd have to say, out of all of the adaptations, this one most definitely takes the most liberties.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, now here's why I get so thrown off by this movie. All right. So in the other War of the Worlds movies, the aliens, what they were harvesting was like humans. They were harvesting us basically, and they were using our bodies as fertilizer and basically using it to regenerate themselves and grow stronger and do what they do, which of course also ends up being what makes them more susceptible to viruses, right? But in this, it's data harvesting. Now, I don't know if this makes me crazy, but I actually think that idea is kind of scarier.
I mean, data is the most valuable resource in today's age for sure. Like it's what it's like the premium, like people pay the most money to get. So it makes sense kind of in a roundabout way. Yeah. Like data is like the most hot commodity, like bigger than like anything like oil, gold, fucking all that shit. It's data.
Yeah.
So there's some type of thread of, I don't know, logic to what they were trying to say.
Yeah. Like I like the idea. That's the thing. And I feel like there could actually be a really, really scary movie in there somewhere, actually, if done right. Like, I don't know if it's like aliens harvesting data, but I like some kind of malevolent force using our data, our own information, essentially against us, like turning it into a weapon and using it against us. We have so much of it. Like that idea is crazy to me. It kind of reminds me of that movie Pulse. Did you ever see that one? That it's kind of like an apocalyptic Asian horror movie. Like
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Don't know if I've seen it, but I definitely have heard of it.
It's really, really good. It kind of that idea. It kind of got me thinking a little bit about that idea, because that's about ghosts in the internet, and ghosts in like Wi-Fi, So, and that movie scared the crap out of me, and there was an American remake, which I remember not being as good, but better than people gave it credit for, but still not as good as the original. But
Right.
yeah. Anyway, but back to this movie. I guess I'm curious as to sort of. I guess when that idea got introduced in this movie, I really got wicked invested. And
I was way late too, like halfway
Yeah.
through the movie. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot of just shit that happened, like because they just get attacked. At first, it was like just meteors flopping down.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then eventually, yeah, robots start popping out of the meteors and just blasting shit. We see Ice Cube just watching it from his little office,
Yeah.
just clicking into different videos all around the world of the alien just laser beaming fucking things.
Yeah. Now, Zach, did you notice that his facial expressions the whole time were like he kind of seemed more confused than scared? Yeah.
Probably confused at why he accepted this movie.
Exactly. Yeah. Was this filmed in like a day or like in like 40 minutes or something? Like what?
I don't know.
Shorter than the runtime.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been done long.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't have had anything in front of him to react to. Like,
right.
And it's one of the like there's that scene where like after every shit's going down, because he's like some type of defense analyst or some shit, like because he goes through like a bunch of the footage he like gathered different footage of the aliens attacking, what they're attacking and where, and like he's on a Zoom call with the president and then a bunch of like government officials, and it's just showing footage, but it sounds exactly like he's not even acting, he's just reading the dialogue off a script. So,
yeah, like maybe he was looking at the screenplay on the script, and then they put the footage in later or something. Maybe that's why he doesn't react to any of it, because he's like
he's just reading.
Wait a minute, what's going, like there's literally people getting zapped in the streets and planes blowing up, and he's going, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But his son, though, he has a pretty tumultuous relationship with both his daughter and his son. And he does sneak into his daughter's Facebook account and look at their messages, like the messages between her and her boyfriend. And, at that moment,
the baby daddy.
Yeah.
Because she is pregnant with,
She is pregnant. Yeah, that's right. And that kind of raises the stakes, later on in the movie. But I mean,
and he hacks into his son's computer to uninstall a video game he was playing.
Oh yeah, that pissed me off.
Come on, dude! Like, fuck off.
Oh, that gave me flashbacks. But no, that was you could see why both his kids hate his guts,
because he's a creep. Like, he's literally just watching them, like, on his job. Like, he has better things to do, protect America from threats.
Yeah.
No, he's spending
threats.
But he's spending all his time creeping on his kids. And like, they know, like when she ordered that muffin, she like just looked up to like the security camera in the like this coffee shop, and she's like, "What the fuck, dude? Leave me alone."
Well, that's the thing, because like throughout this movie, like it doesn't seem like the movie is going to like make it out to be like a good thing that he's doing this, but then later on in the movie, it kind of feels like his family is surprisingly forgiving, and it kind of got me wondering, like at the end there when he kind of has to go down, run down the stairs and stuff. I was like, okay, but after he saves the world and stuff, are you guys going to try to like keep him in check and maybe try to tell him to not be a stalker or something? Although he does write like a nice email to them that seems, kind of, since like he intends to change, I guess, I guess since he is a workaholic, I guess that's sort of why he's it's like he's distanced himself from his kids in his own life, but for whatever reason is obsessively following them through his work life. You know, it's almost like his work life is the only way to reach them, which is a really sad. He's a sad character, and it's just, I don't know. I just it hit me. Well, it was just very psychological for me to just watch this. You know, it was just hitting me with a lot. And I don't know, maybe this is going to be a regular thing with these FaceTime movies, because I kind of remember feeling sort of similarly stressed out when I watched Searching. I don't know. Like, maybe I just don't want to watch movies about people talking to their computer. But then again, I did like that Let's All Go to the World Fair movie. That was one of my favorite movies of the decade. So maybe I just don't know what I want.
I can't say I've seen another one. Yeah, I can remember.
The few I've seen, I do not like them.
Yeah.
And this one was, I mean, this one was particular. Like, maybe one reason I could see them shelving it, for me, I got a little nauseous fucking watching it, because it was like a lot of it just takes place. We're looking at Cube's screen, and it's a lot of zooming in, a lot of that, and then like a lot of FaceTiming and like movement that just didn't feel right. And I was like, this is kind of making me a little nauseous just to watch, just like from like a visual standpoint. I'm like,
a lot of shaky cam.
Yeah. I was gonna say the exact same thing. Yeah, this movie, for even though it's only about 90 minutes, it is really hard to watch, because of not only just the zooming and the irregular sort of camera movements and
like,
up down, stuff, but the editing is just insane.
Yeah, like, it's like one of the things I was like, the way they're using like FaceTime and shit is just absolutely confusing too. Like, it would just switch back and forth between them looking at themselves like running, like but then like they would switch back, like you know how you can just, with a phone switch from your front to back camera, but there was like, okay, why is this person that's running on FaceTime at all, like and then they would flip the camera to show the destruction, and like there was that scene where they were going in to take the hacker out, the disruptor, the FBI agents, and they're like, okay, we're switching our body cameras on, but the main FBI agent but the main FBI agent lady was like still like just had a fucking camera on her face while she was going in, instead of using a body cam. Like, there's, okay, body cam's on, so we see them going to other other FBI agents' body cams, but like hers was just on her face, like weirdly close to her face, like a not flattering angle, like just straight up in her face. I'm like, why? Like,
and then one of the security footage ones was her holding a gun and her phone like this.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way you would be doing that. That's
no, I agree. It was this one got pretty crunchy at certain points, as far as like where the body cam thing did bother me a lot, because as soon as she said that, I was expecting to see the body cam and I didn't get one, and which of course,
not from her. We got like a couple of body cam shots from like their other people, but like hers was fixed on her fucking face for some reason.
Yeah, it's like she forgot to press the button. I think a lot of this movie was just people forgetting to press buttons. Yeah.
But there was so much button pressing.
That's the funny thing. Yeah.
That was like half this runtime was just Ice Cube clicking around on his screen, pressing buttons and typing shit. It's like,
there was both too much button pressing and not enough button pressing. But yeah, there was also I also have to say, like, as far, I mean, so the actual effect, the visual effects were pretty inconsistent, because some of the tripods looked like massive in size, like yeah.
And the tripods we're referring to are the aliens.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they called them in the movie. Yeah.
Yes. But the sizes of them were very, very irregular, and I don't know if that was intentional or if it was just bad design work.
Probably bad design work, because there was that in the beginning where Ice Cube was checking through all the attacks. He did do an analytics thing that it does show like oh, this is how big they are and the mass of them and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
I have to assume it was just them not giving a fuck.
I think you're probably right. I don't want to believe it, because some of the designs I can almost admire, but it's just they're not really consistent enough, and I just start kind of losing track of which maybe that's supposed to be the point, is that there's just so much information and so much data that Ice Cube can't keep track of what's going on. Maybe that's the message of the movie, is that this person who's in charge of Homeland Security can't do his job. That's the weird thing. It's such a strange ad because it doesn't really make any of these factions look good. And also, I got to say, do people pick up their cell phones this often in these emergency situations where they're running for their lives and trying to hide behind buildings and all this stuff? Do people really pick up their cell phones this much?
No, but they'll film them. They'll film it.
They'll FaceTime. They have to FaceTime.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Does everybody just FaceTime nowadays? Am I the only one who just calls people and just...
I never FaceTime. I hate FaceTime.
I do too.
Also on speaker.
Yep.
Yeah, same. Yeah, all three of us are very old-fashioned. We prefer the old-fashioned way of just using the receiver, so...
I mean, it's just a weird thing that it's a whole plot hole. If you were running for your life from falling meteorites and planes falling out of the fucking air,
yeah,
you wouldn't pick up your phone to FaceTime your dad. You would try to run for cover.
Yeah, exactly, and especially since she was injured, she's got to be dealing with that. It's come on, Dad, why are you even... And then of course her boyfriend's with her and he's trying to eventually takes him a while to get there, but he does catch up. And which, by the way, it was kind of, I don't know if Amazon was accidentally telling on themselves there with how many security cameras they had in that van.
Oh, so there were so many.
Oh my God. I
counted
counted
four
six of them.
Just there's four on the back and two right on him and
yeah.
And then there was apparently speakers of some sort in the van, because Ice Cube hacked into just the van and he was like, "Hey, Mark, get to my girl."
Yeah,
he's like, "Wait, what the hell's happening?" He's because it wasn't coming out of because he was wearing earbuds, but he was clearly coming out of speakers in the truck. And he's like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, I'm on my way."
Right? Okay, come on. And he's pretty critical of him. Even when he's trying to help her with her bleeding and stuff, he's yelling at him. They're "Don't do that! Stop! Don't touch her!" All this stuff.
It was the bleeding. So she got hit, she was running around. She got hit by some shrapnel of a helicopter that fell out of the sky.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fucking missing so much, but
I know, but it's hard because the movie's just it's hard. The movie's so badly edited that it's hard to really know what happened, honestly.
So we have to say that, okay, they're eating data.
Yeah.
Said that, I think.
Yeah.
So things just start falling out of the sky. Military things stop working. Anything with GPS stops working. Facebook gets deleted.
Yep.
YouTube exists. YouTube survives the data.
Yeah.
YouTube survives, but Facebook, no.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how did YouTube come away scot-free? What's going on?
Or Amazon.
Or Amazon.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest two data centers.
Actually, I gotta say, I was surprised even DHS didn't collapse, honestly. Like the whole time, there was only one moment where the building shook, and that was it. It was like, okay, fine.
Yeah, but fuck, where was I don't even know where I was. But
data harvesting.
Yeah.
Facebook gets deleted. Ice Cube loses his messages from his wife.
His wife, yeah. So he has a dead wife that they kept up like a Facebook thing and for her, and then like all her pictures and stuff got deleted, which is, I guess, sad.
I mean, it's supposed to be sad, but
it's supposed to be sad.
Know. But
it's like we're in the middle of this dumb shit. That's like, oh my. Like,
I lived that experience because my Facebook got deactivated like 2 years ago now, something like that. Like, and I moved on. But in this movie, it's supposed to be a really tragic, groundbreaking event. So
yeah.
But the message from his wife, though, what was going on there?
Just to take out the trash and don't be mean to the kids.
Don't be mean to or be nice to the kids or whatever. It was almost like she was kind of like, was he like mean to them or something? I guess he was. He still is.
He's a hard ass, it seemed like. He's Ice Cube.
Exactly. Okay, so there does come a moment when he thinks his daughter gets killed. And of course he stands up and is like, no, what? But then, I have to admit this did make me laugh. Should we get into the identity of this disruptor now? I mean, everybody else has already talked about this movie, so we may as well just share our thoughts.
But I do want to say, like, one thing that made me like, they think his daughter's dead because he steals it. Like, she gets hit by shrapnel from a falling helicopter. Ice Cube hacks into a nearby Tesla to drive her to a safe location.
Yes.
Her baby daddy gets there. I just laughed because the way he tourniquets her, like she rips out the shrapnel. I was like, well, she's a fucking biology PhD major.
Yes.
I would like I know I have no medical degree. You just don't rip out the thing that's like getting your stab wound. That's technically like until you get actual medical attention, like that's kind of plugging you up. But she's like, I thought I could stop the bleeding, but I can't because I'm a fucking idiot. So, but he gets there and he just pulls out his Amazon outfit. He pulls out a duck, like a masking tape thing. He's like, "No, I got this. I'm an Amazon." He doesn't say that in words exactly, but it's like inferred. No, I know how to tape things up because I'm an Amazon employee. So he just tapes up her wound with just masking tape. Amazon. Another free plug.
I'm gonna be honest. Like in my headcanon, I imagine because it's really, really hard for me to disconnect that actor from Rowley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So my headcanon was that Rowley moved on from his weird family and went straight and became an Amazon worker. That's my headcanon.
I have no idea who that. I've never seen that guy in my life, so
most people I think know him from Saw 6. He's that kid at the end who like pulls the switch and like gets that one dude like vaporized or whatever by the acid syringes in the genitals or whatever happened. I don't even remember.
I forget when I stopped watching Saws, so I don't know.
Yeah. I've watched parts of Spiral.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh,
I haven't seen either. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna talk about that one right now. But anyway, I mean, his daughter, the Amazon kid, the Amazon boyfriend dude, who he does more than just save her, by the way. But before
we can get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that after we get to the disruptor.
The disruptor.
So this is when shit gets disrupted. So, what's the guy's name? Oh yeah, Ice Cube. Wait, what's Ice Cube's character's name in this? I guess it doesn't even matter.
William? I think it's William or Will or William. I don't know. I didn't write it down. I just wrote in my notes. I just wrote fucking Ice Cube the whole time.
I should have just. Yeah.
I think it's William.
Yeah.
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 It
He
is.
does. Yeah. Ice Cube. You know, he does. Yeah.
He's Ice Cube. Like,
He's
like
Ice
I
Cube.
wrote down 2 words or 2 like things that he says, like hell no,
Yeah.
or, God damn,
Yeah.
like 2 things you hear him say all the time in his
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Like he's
Oh.
Ice Cube.
Oh, did you catch at the end there when he said, "Move, bitch, get out of the way"?
No, I missed that.
That was my favorite moment. I was like, "Move, bitch, get out of the way." But so he decides to take the video of the disruptor, which basically talks about how Gideon, or wait, is it Gideon or Midas or one of those companies? Goliath.
So we haven't even talked about
Is-
the disruptor really too much.
Oh yeah,
The dis-
we should talk.
So
about
like
the
at the
disruptor.
very beginning, it's we can do it quick. At the very
Yeah.
beginning, his goal was to this hacker disruptor wants to send out all the data of like what the government's doing to spy on its citizens.
Yeah.
And they can't pin him down. Like they even go to some decoy site. But that's basically what Ice Cube's job was. Like
Yeah.
all we see is like, okay, he's trying to track down this
It's
disruptor hacker guy.
Yeah, it's his job, but he only does it for about 12 seconds.
Yeah,
Like,
he mostly takes personal phone calls on his
Yeah.
job. I was like, all right, buddy.
yeah, that's all he does. Anyway, but
Like throughout the movie, he's ignoring phone calls from his bosses and coworkers. I mean, technically, I guess for good reason because he's trying to check to make sure his kids are safe. But like,
yeah,
he's still, yeah.
and he in the end, I guess he was right that his daughter, in the end, medically speaking, I guess didn't really know what she was doing since she tried to pull out a piece of shrapnel. So, but anyway, so he takes the video of the disruptor and decides to adjust the voice thing through like one of those vocoder things.
Just
Should have been the first thing he did.
Yeah.
it should have, yeah.
I was going to ask, why didn't he do that at the beginning of the movie?
Or even before the movie started, because it's obviously something they've been looking into. Is like, who is this disruptor? How?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah,
It's
that really,
the dumbest fucking thing of this movie. Is like,
well, I was gonna say that really bothered me, but I guess it bothered a lot of other people too. Now
it took him 30 seconds to figure out, like, to decrypt, or like, because the disruptor is using one of those voice modulators. So like, it took like, and it wasn't a good one apparently, because like good ones people can't decrypt, like in the real world, but like this one, it took Ice Cube 30 seconds. Like, why haven't I thought of this for the past like what year? I think they said they were trying to track him down.
But
like, why wasn't that the first goddamn thing they did? Like, let's try to decrypt it. No.
Well, but it gets so much worse though, and this was when my brain got broken. Okay, so up until this point in the movie, Ice Cube has seen aliens blowing schools up, blowing buildings up, blowing entire skyscrapers up, knocking planes out of the sky. He's seen his daughter with an injured leg. He's seen his daughter survive explosion after explosion. He's seen a lot of shit by this point. But then he finds out that his son is the hacker, and that's when he has a massive anxiety attack. And is that trying to like indicate something about how deep into his work he is? Or am I giving the movie too much credit? Like I really didn't understand that.
Like, it's stupid.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's because also the thing was like during these massive attacks, he got a couple of calls from his son saying, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna talk about these conspiracy theories," without really acknowledging that aliens are fucking attacking the world. Like, hey, Dad, no, Goliath. He's like, "Oh, you're still like." credit to Ice Cube on this point, because like his son wasn't necessarily telling the whole truth of, like, he was still trying to bring up these conspiracy theories, and he's like, hey dad, Goliath hacking things while meteors and aliens were fucking attacking them. He's like, shut up, son, and then just hung up on him basically. But
I don't know. I think there comes a point when too much bad, stupid, weird human behavior, like, it just starts to confuse me after a while. I don't get annoyed by it. I just get confused by it. So maybe I just, But what can I say? I don't know.
All right.
But then after that, Ice Cube pretty much switches sides. That's the funniest thing, is that after he has his big sort of massive meltdown, he calls his boss or whatever, and then his boss basically like deactivates everything and boots him out of his own system. But then he calls up his son and joins the hackers, who all get blown up.
So, okay. So there's a bit of, it takes a little longer. I mean,
sorry, I jumped ahead again, but
so like there is, so they find out, like, even before that, they kind of find out that what's happening is like, it happens in the original War of the Worlds that they do like a loud high pitched screaming thing.
Yeah.
But in this movie, it's like kind of like an echolocation of them trying to pinpoint where the data centers of the world are. Mm-hmm. So they're going to the data centers of the world.
Yeah.
Throwing their tentacles into the servers, and they're eating data. Like they're eating the data. That's basically like what the alien people fucking things are doing.
Yeah.
So then, yes, there's he watches a live stream basically, or of the disruptor, where that's where he decodes his voice.
Mm-hmm.
And then so like what he finds out, like he's given like a bunch of info about the Goliath thing that happens like all the way back to the Roswell crashes. Where like it's like these stupid ass pictures, like black and white, like shitty ass pictures of the alien pods, and it was like it happened before, so like the government knew about it since the 1940s or whatever, and then like that blows Ice Cube's mind. It's like, the government knew about it and they've been lying to me the whole time. And
wow, what a shocker!
And they get his boss Clark, played by Clark Gregg. I don't fucking remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I did like the fact that his son's name was David, though.
David and Goliath. I didn't put that together. That's fucking stupid.
That made me smile.
I didn't put that together at all, but that's fucking dumb as hell. I love it. But so cute. Yeah, there's a little montage of Ice Cube looking through history files of the government knowing about the whole time, and then Clark Gregg's character, which is like Ice Cube's boss, like covering it up and blah blah blah. We gotta do this, and we gotta put this. If we put the Goliath online, so what? Basically, the whole message of that is this entire data security thing that's spying on everyone. Once they turn it online, it was basically a giant signal for the aliens to say, hey, we got a lot of data here, come eat us.
Yep. The POTUS is basically ordering a military strike, and meanwhile the tripods get all our data. I totally forgot about Ava Longoria and the tiny little, what are those, nanobot things or whatever they're called?
Yeah, little bugs.
Yeah, like little, what do you, like in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, where the little bug things.
Mitochondria? Midichlorian?
Midichlorian. Yeah. The equivalent of mitochondria.
Mitochondria is real. Midichlorian.
That is, yeah. It is scarily real, But but yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. It's like, oh, all right.
No, what's implied is those are the actual aliens that are controlling the big ass tripods. I think that's what the implication is.
Yes.
Is that those little bugs are the ones controlling the big bugs.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. And let's see.
So they're eating data.
Yeah.
They're eating data and everything goes offline, like planes start falling out of the sky, the military airplanes fall out of the sky, they can't control it, tanks aren't able to, because everything uses GPS and data and stuff to triangulate, and beep boop beep boop, blast blast blast. But it it doesn't last for long, because spoiler
we do kill the aliens with a virus.
We try first a regular virus that doesn't work. That was their first thing, was like, okay, we'll give them a regular one, but so what?
Yeah, I know. Okay, one thing at a time.
So yeah, their idea is to poison the data center with some virus at first, and it doesn't work. I was writing furiously down. I kind of skipped why it doesn't work, because I was what? But at first it doesn't work, so they go back to the.
They create a program that's it eats itself.
That's a little after. At first, it does bring Ice Cube into the hacking disruptor ring,
right? And he posts that video of the Gideon information, right?
Yeah, and it fails.
Or Goliath. I mean,
the Goliath, and it fails at first, and people are found out, and it fucks their hacking group up, but then after that, they bring in his sister, who's some type of, I don't know, microbiologist, some smart ass bitch. That's sorry.
No, I get it. This movie, it melts your brain. You get to that point where it's oh, okay, that's supposed to be that person. Yes.
Yeah. So they bring together all these people to they write a code. They write code of because this movie almost takes place in real time, basically, because it doesn't depart from Ice Cube's webcam. So somehow in a minute or two, they his daughter is a PhD in microbiology or something, and they find out from the NASA agent that with those bugs, they do little zoom-ins, that they're hybrids. They're machines, but they're also living creatures. So they're so they find out, they basically come to the conclusion that they're susceptible to biological warfare, more or less. So they recruit a team with his daughter, who's conveniently a biological PhD.
She's a genius in everything.
Yes, she basically makes a DNA code that she sends over to her brother to make a computer code.
Yes.
To infect these hybrid fucking. I'm getting so mad.
Yeah, I know.
These hybrid creatures.
The aliens, yeah, it's the little midichlorians.
What's happening?
Yeah, the little nanos.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, so okay, good. So we're on the same page. This movie actually, that is basically what they do at the end. I mean, that's just pure batshit insanity to me.
Yeah, because it comes up earlier. We see an article headline that she worked with like sickle cell
Yeah.
stuff, so she's like some type of cellular PhD, but like she's like, okay, like they do like a little Ocean's 11 team up, like, oh, I'll take care of this, I'll do the DNA coding, which you, brother, can put into computer coding and then upload it into the data center. It's like, what are we fucking doing? What are you talking about? What is this? What are we doing here?
Yeah. And meanwhile, there's like this montage of world destruction, which it's supposed to be like a profound moment, but it kind of, I don't know, it reminded me more of like a methed out version of Don't Look Up or something like that. That climax at the end when the world is ending. That's what it really reminded me of.
Yeah.
And they have to deliver it.
Yes. And now, so the way they deliver it is now like Ice Cube called up Clark Gregg, and he's like, you're behind this. You knew this would happen. We saw this. We had, you're the Goliath. And he's like, I don't really know what his fucking excuse was, like, because it didn't make any sense, because they knew it from the 40s that this would happen, like with the Roswell incidents and shit, but he still went away, like that nobody stopped him, like presidents beforehand, like everyone was against him, but somehow he had the authority to do whatever the fuck he wanted. Apparently for no reason. He didn't get assassinated out of just like pure national security reasons, or not even national, but like worldwide security reasons. Like,
in that case it would have made sense,
like I'm no conspiracy theorist, but there have definitely been political figures and people assassinated for less than way less than the destruction of the earth. I'm not gonna say that, like, people have been assassinated for less. Like,
it's true.
If there's this guy that's threatening the entire existence of life on Earth, you're not gonna stop him by just putting a bullet in his head. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that is quite the leap in logic,
And so what we learned to find out is Goliath is hidden under wherever the hell Ice Cube is. The servers for Goliath that's where the hidden
40 feet below.
Yeah. And this is where this is the insanity of I think the most hugest product placement sequence of all time. And there's been some product placement in movies, but like this was wildly just over the fucking top.
I would have to agree.
So like Clark Gregg like just straight up denies Ice Cube access to the internet, and then like his son helps him to get some access back and shit, but like they still can't get the virus like wirelessly or through the internet into the servers. So he needs to physically do it with like a USB stick. And and I literally, this was like one of my hardest laughs, was because it was just so fucking stupid. It was like you have to upload it manually, and like the baby daddy just like, I don't know the exact words, but it was like, oh, I got Prime Air. I've been taught on Prime Air. I can deliver this USB stick through Prime Air. And I laughed so goddamn hard at this. And so like, and it's like, and they even said, but you have to order it through the website too, just so I can get your location. I'm like, bitch, no, you don't. Like, no, because it's just like basically a tutorial of how to order something online. Like we see Ice Cube using Amazon store to order a goddamn USB stick.
Yeah, just so that we, the audience, know how to do this in case we wind up in this situation.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's pure insanity.
But I thought it got even worse when they're trying to fly it and it gets knocked out of the sky and lands upside down.
Yes. This is just a continuation, I would say, of it.
This part was just pure madness.
It was the fucking stupidest. Like, how this has to be like, we've seen it in like Mac and Me, or I don't know, even like in wasn't Back to the Future hugely Pepsi?
Something like that, yeah.
And like, Wayne's World did those spoofs of it, but like, I'm sure they were paid by them too.
I hope.
But like, this was just fully funded by Amazon.
Yeah. So like it lands upside down, and there's like some guy hiding for his life.
The drone. The drone that was delivering the USB stick lands upside down by a homeless man.
Yeah. And he's hiding and obviously, not wanting to die. And somehow Ice Cube gets his phone number.
Because all homeless people have phones.
Yeah.
Which honestly, there is probably a good amount that do, but like, during this end of the world situation where, I don't know, all data has technically been eaten, just.
And would he even be able to hear his phone with so many explosions and stuff going on around him? I mean, I don't know. It just seemed a bit. This was quite the stretch.
This was insane.
Yeah, and they text him, and it's like, "Can you please turn the drone upside down?" And he's like, "No, I don't want to die." And so they bribe him with a Amazon gift card of $1,000.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
They give him a few options too. Like, we can give you some subscription for a year free, and he's like, no. And then he's like, oh, I know what'll help. Here's an $1,000 Amazon gift card, and he's like, oh, okay.
Yep. And so he does it.
And they go through the goddamn Amazon interface again to show how to buy a goddamn gift card.
Yeah, just so that we know in case of an emergency situation. Yeah, and I'm assuming he survived, right? I mean,
who knows? I don't think they care. He's a homeless guy. They didn't give a shit after the fucking thing flew back over.
Okay. I actually kind of cared. He was actually the one character in the movie I cared about.
Hey, if it wasn't for him, the world would be over.
Exactly. People always, pay so much attention to the people who, turn the switches off and all that stuff, but nobody pays attention to the little people,
the little guys,
who help out along the way in small but meaningful ways, But Amazon pays attention.
I would have liked to see. Yeah.
They're the ones data mining.
Exactly. That's what's crazy about this. Is like the movie's so like critical of like the whole data mining thing, and yet it's a movie. It's an Amazon movie. Like what are you doing?
It's a quandary.
Yeah. So let's see. So then, all right. I guess we don't want to be going on all night because then we'll end up being longer than the movie.
I mean, we're at the end basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ice Cube runs into the basement. He says, "Move, bitch, get out of the way." He does the whole thing with the drive.
And he's on a timer.
Yes, he's on a timer.
Because somehow
there has to be a timer.
No, I mean, yes, but somehow the stealth bombers that are flying in to destroy are back online for some reason, even though before in the movie you literally see them falling out of the sky, but now they're back online because reasons.
Yeah.
But now they can fly again, and we're gonna blow up this server because that was the fucking stupidest thing. Like we literally saw shots of them just kind of losing control because our data was eaten. But now 20 minutes later they're back online for no real reason at all, being able to fly again to put a timer on the screen.
Yeah. It's very, very strange. And I also have to say, for as far as aliens go, that feed off our data and destroy our Wi-Fi and stuff, it's kind of incredible how good everybody's Wi-Fi is in this movie.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on there? And what was with the picture quality also? Like, it seemed incredibly like low grade. Like it like in like in a weird way, like in an unusual way. Like I don't know, did Amazon watch this movie when they signed off on it?
No.
Okay. I think it's safe to say, yeah.
Because I will say that, like, from my knowledge, it was filmed during COVID.
Okay.
So Zoom was a novelty.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they were trying to at least replicate the glitchiness that was and could happen during the early days of Zoom, was my assumption, because they're like, yeah. I think they're just trying to replicate just how Zoom was shitty back in the day before COVID.
Okay.
Because it was filmed like during it's a COVID movie.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was my guess. Is like, but at the moment, like they released, like, so they were like they shouldn't have. Like that's just the big conundrum of why did they release this? Like you get that. Okay, what is that? Like you get these movies that get shelved and then also just never released ever for tax purposes. Like for there's like that Warner Brothers Batgirl, and there's that Warner Brothers Acme versus Coyote or something.
Yeah, I want to see that.
You'll never will.
Yeah.
Because
they just announced they are releasing it.
Oh, they are?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, damn. Because I mean, before they said that, we're never going to release it because we just wrote it as a tax write-off. So I would assume
haha,
because it got like that movie apparently got critical reviews of this movie fucking rocks.
Yeah.
And then so why would they even bother releasing this movie?
Oh my God. Jeez. Yeah, no, for real. Because
if something good got canned, but
yeah, dude, Wile E. Coyote's yeah, dude, he's my boy, dude. He's my favorite Looney Tunes character by far, And Roadrunner and Coyote, that was the one I always liked the most. So
yeah. So
when I heard that was actually going to be a thing, I actually was like, oh man, that I would watch,
Mm-hmm.
So this was filmed during COVID. You see, I think it would have actually been more interesting if it took place during COVID. Honestly, when everybody's all isolated and shit, that would have actually been kind of scary, because then maybe it could have knocked out everybody's data and then sent us back into medieval times or something. Now that is a movie I would watch. That's a War of the Worlds movie I would watch.
If they do it right.
Yeah, if they do it right. Yeah. And I'm not even opposed to Ice Cube. Oh my God. Sorry. Ice Cube. Sorry, I keep
I'd still watch it with Ice-T.
I would watch it with Ice-T for sure. Yeah, because we watched Tech Girl. But yeah, they could even have Ice Cube in it, and I would still watch it. This was not good.
No.
Yeah. But I didn't hate it. But I have to say it is about as close to unwatchable, I would say, as a modern movie can get. War of the Worlds 2025. It feels weird calling it that since it was filmed in 2020. This movie is just nothing but a pit of. Okay, what was that thing that Roger Ebert said about North? That movie North with Elijah Wood. He called the movie a colossal miscalculation. I think that's what I would use to describe this movie.
Yeah, accurate.
Yeah. So I guess my final question is, what would you guys give it on a scale of 1 to 5?
I mean, I also just want to say before that.
Oh yeah.
They do upload the the virus.
Oh yeah, sorry, I
They
forgot.
saved. We didn't fully finish. They upload. I mean, it's like 2 sentences. They do upload the virus.
Yeah.
After like him crawling like through the data center with a phone in his hand still, just so we know, so we know he's still on FaceTime.
Yeah, because I was really relieved to see his face again. I thought I thought I would never see Ice Cube's face ever again, but luckily this movie delivered.
And then it's just the outro of basically Ice Cube was like he gets called from, I don't know who, maybe it was the president or one of the main guys who was smoking that cigar.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, you did a good job. Come work for us." And he's like, "No. I'm done watching us. Now I'm watching you guys."
Yeah. I'm gonna go smoke weed in the basement with my kids. You can smoke your cigars, Mr. POTUS, or Mr. whatever, Cliff. What's his name? Cliff Sargent?
I have no idea. I don't know anyone's name.
Oh, okay. Oh, crazy movie. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah.
It's a hard... What would you like? What are we rating this out of? Like,
well, that's the thing. Like, I give it a straight up 2.5 because even though it is, like I said, it is pretty close to unwatchable. It did affect me, honestly. The whole idea of the data mining really, really did get under my skin, and I don't know. It affected me. It challenged me. It disturbed me. I don't know, in a weird roundabout way, it gave me everything I wanted from a movie, even though I didn't enjoy looking at the screen at any point. Ultimately. So it's unwatchable, but it's interesting. I don't want it to be the future of film, though. Just to be clear.
It won't be.
Okay, good. Because I don't know that I can watch another movie like this.
I do think they know it sucked. That's why they shelved it for so long, and I'm surprised they ever released it.
Yeah, okay. Phew. Yeah, it's not the worst FaceTime movie I've seen. The worst one I've seen, I think, would have to be Dash Cam. Just fuck that movie. But this isn't that bad.
I mean, considering I think it's the only one I've seen. I think I may have seen another one.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I honestly think this might be the only FaceTime. What was the genre called again?
Oh, yeah. What was
Green Life?
Screen Life.
Screen Life Cinema.
Yeah, I think this might be the only one I've seen.
Yeah. I just don't know that I can get behind the idea of people going to pay money to go to the theater to watch a Skype call.
That's why it was flopped on Amazon Prime, man.
Yeah. Good
Just
point.
throw it on your computer.
Yeah.
It's like you're actually at the computer screen, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So for me, I'm torn. Very torn.
Yeah.
Because what are we rating this out of? Like we do watch good movies from time to time.
Yes.
But like on this podcast, this show we also watch shitty movies for fun.
Yeah.
Like is this like we watch like Samurai Cop again?
Yes.
I will always refer to that as one of my favorite movies ever. Not because it's a good movie, but because it's one of the best awful movies ever made. Like straight up, like I fucking love that movie because of how bad it is and how
I'm chuckling just thinking about it.
yeah. So like where do I land on this one? It's really tough to say because I could argue people should, if you like bad movies and you want to laugh at how bad a movie can be because there are bad movies that are bad movies and you just should stay away from because they have no value.
Yeah.
But this one is just like something to behold of like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
It gave me a few chuckles not because of anything it did purposefully.
Yeah.
At all.
Right.
It gave me a few chuckles because of they did that?
Yeah.
You did what? You said, huh?
Yeah.
So like it's like one of those, it's really hard because I can't say like this was a good bad I mean, was it a good bad movie? Like
I don't know that I'd call it a good bad movie, but in a way it is. In a way, like I can't imagine people laughing at it, but I can imagine people watching it and being like, "What the heck?" Like it's kind of more of like an interesting bad movie, like that you just kind of sit and sort of absorb in wonderment and spectacle.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, okay, I'm just gonna go off the basis of a couple of flicks podcast. We basically kind of the general idea of what we've done is to watch bad movies, B movies, shitty movies for fun, and rate them off like that kind of a scale of like, oh, do you want to watch this really shitty movie that's at least entertaining to watch for its purposes of being bad?
Yeah,
like you know, the classic The Room or there's the Samurai Cops. Like, okay, those are movies you should watch. They're entertaining. If you want to go into something that's not a good movie, but an entertaining shitty movie, you will have fun if you bring a couple of friends, watch it with a couple of people, laugh, and have a good time. I would give this, in this regard, out of like it's really hard. My mind is in a million different places.
Yeah,
with this one because it's just like, what the fuck did I 3.5.
Okay, that's
a
fair.
3.5 because it is something that I think people could watch and have fun with. Going into it knowing it's a shitty movie, you have to know, like, don't expect some action packed. Like, oh, this is going to be crazy. No, you go into it knowing it's a bad movie. Turn your brain off. Just turn your brain off. Chug some beers. Just like fucking make fun of it with a bunch of friends while watching. It's like, like in that type of area, 3.5.
Yeah, that sounds okay. That makes sense. And what about you, Zach?
Hey, I'm on the opposite end of that.
Oh,
I would not show this to anybody.
Yeah, you hated it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
but I get that. I don't know if it's one I would screen with people.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not a fan of the screen like thing too.
Yeah.
But
okay. All right.
I gave it a 1.
All right.
And I think that's being generous for me.
You should, if you want to give it a half star, you can go right ahead. Yeah,
you could give it 0 too. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no. Whatever you want to give it. Yeah.
1.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you see, the way I rate movies, because when it comes to good, bad, and stuff, like, I try not to get too hung up on that kind of stuff, only because, I don't know, film can get so subjective. Like a film opinion can become really, really subjective because I've seen so many bad movies that just do everything right for me. Anaconda, which is another Ice Cube movie, that movie is a 5 out of 5 for me because it has everything I want in a movie. And I know it's a bad movie. I know that it's not the type of movie that people will watch if they're in the mood for a quality film. But for me, there's nothing better than watching John Voight act like a dumbass and watch Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube and all these idiots fight giant snakes in the Amazon. Like, to me, that's like the best kind of movie ever. So for me, like, if a movie is bad but I like it, but like I can recognize that it's bad, then I'll usually start at like 2.5, and then depending on how much I get out of it, I'll kind of rate it higher. Like, so for example, Cool as Ice, I love that movie. That's like a 4-star movie for me. I know that's one of the worst films of all time for you, but for me, I don't know, something about Vanilla Ice in that movie is just, it to me, it represents something that I enjoy in film. I don't get it, but that's how my brain works when it comes to movies like this. This movie I did not enjoy at all, but it made me think, and it has stuck with me. Like it has stayed with me in a very, very strange sort of way.
Yeah.
So
like that's what I'm saying with like like Samurai Cop.
Yeah.
Give it 5 stars just overall. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
But it is like entertaining as like it's one of my maybe I would dare to say one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Because of just like it's a shit like just like if you look at film in general, like it's a shit movie, but like holy hell is it so good.
Yeah.
Like so like this one, this War of the Worlds was like it is like really hard to place.
Yeah.
Because it hits that like middle ground of like so bad is good, but also so bad it is not worth watching.
Yeah.
Like it was like that's why he gave it a higher rating because like I was just like enthralled by like what the fuck are they doing here? We're watching just some guy click through a computer screen the entire time. Like literally you could shave off half the movie because it's just a screen. You're just watching a screen of him clicking through things and it's like, okay, you could like no, like but the stupid shit that we do get to see is hilarious. Dumbass shit we get to see is fucking funny and like okay, like oh god, that's hilarious. Like I love that somebody dared to do this and it got through producers, executives, Amazon, it got through. Somehow this dumb shit got through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there are things in this that I never want to see in a movie again. Though, honestly, I don't
so
really
much,
want to see
almost all of it. Almost all of it. No, this was a one-time thing.
Yeah, like I never want to see the heroes of a movie bribe a homeless person with an Amazon gift card in a movie ever again. Like I really that's I found my boundary of in cinema. That is something I never want to watch again. So don't write a script about a good person bribing homeless people with Amazon gift cards because I'm not going to watch it.
That's so. See, that's why I don't know. Like, it's like you're witnessing like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Like that's why I had to like give it a 3.5, which you know I can't say was necessarily.
I think
like
you gotta stick with it. I think you gotta stick with it.
No, I'm sticking with it. Like I'm giving 3.5 is generous as fuck, but we're never gonna see that ever again.
You're right.
Like pure product placement for stupidity's sake. Mm-hmm. Like you watch them click through Amazon.com to give a homeless man $1,000 to flip over as an Amazon Prime drone.
Yeah.
Like
they show the whole thing.
It's insanity.
Yeah, it's fast forwarded, but you still see the whole thing.
It's like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. It is definitely a work of madness, and and the fact that they felt it was acceptable to release really speaks volumes. So
I think, know. Like that's also the question is like, I don't think they thought initially it was acceptable to release because they did film it. I could be wrong. You know, no one watches this, but like commenters, you could tell me I'm wrong. Like, but from what I've seen from like the YouTubers that have covered this, it was filmed during COVID. Yeah. And they just shelved it. Because I have to imagine everyone involved knew it was shit. So
or if they released it knowing that like people are going to talk about how bad this is.
Yeah, and like that's the thing is like that's the other thing is like did that, like that is the thing too is like okay, they're bad movies are a thing now. Like that's a whole genre of.
It's a beautiful genre.
And then people making bad movies do get money nowadays. Like I'm sure this movie got the views that it needed to get because of people like us, even people bigger than us, talking about just how bad and stupid it was. Yeah. And you have to know that executives at Amazon knew that this was going to be the outcome.
Yeah.
And like it's cynical as fuck, but like
yeah, it's possible. Yeah, but I get, but at the same time, I can't ignore it either.
Yeah, like you have to, if there wasn't such a big like following of people that love bad movies and watch bad movies, I think this would have been just deleted from the archives and like never seen the light of day.
Yeah.
But the fact that there is a pretty big following of people that love bad movies, thanks to like, Red Letter Media and like just other YouTubers and all these YouTubers that just follow just shitty movies and like people that just love bad movies. It is a huge audience now. And like, with the product placement that Amazon put into it, like they have to be at least somewhat savvy to know like, oh, people are gonna like, we hated this movie, but people are gonna love this movie.
Yeah.
So they had to have known. They had to have known that this would get a stir, and it did. It got that stir.
Did. Yeah. Now, one thing I do love about this show is that we often. I mean, often we have like-minded opinions, but then also often, like in the case of like Day of the Dead or in other films, we have very differing opinions. And this is a film that it sounds like we have three very different opinions on, and we all agree that it's terrible. That's like not even a question. All three of us can agree that it's a piece of crap movie.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
Yeah. But
I would say even, I mean, you can go on at just, I want to say, might get you nauseous. I got nauseous watching this. I straight up like, that could be a reason why they shelved it. Was like, I got a little bit like motion sickness because of there's just a lot of zooming in and panning out.
Just
and
imagine that on the big screen too.
Oh, God.
I legit, I was just watching it on my computer screen and I got a little nauseous. Like that could be a reason they shelved it. But like,
I wonder if it's meant to be watched on our phones.
Okay, yeah, but go ahead. Sorry.
So Zach, I have one more question to you. What do you think could have made this movie better? Like, what would have made it a bad movie classic? Like, what could it have done?
Yeah. They could have tried to add more humor. I know it wouldn't be funny, but it would be funny at the same time at the attempt.
Oh yeah.
It is a pretty humorless movie.
Yeah.
Actually, now that you mention it, I didn't even realize it. There were like no jokes or anything.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Like the humor that is out of it is just because it's stupidity. Like, like I said, the biggest laugh I got was the baby daddy saying, "I got prime air." I laughed out loud because it wasn't a fucking joke line.
Yeah.
It was just a sincere line that he can. I was like, "Oh yeah, I can drive a prime air drone."
Yeah.
So fucking hard just because
if they were a little more goofy like that, I think I would have, the entertainment value would have been there for me.
Yeah, I think more levity would have definitely helped for sure, so. All right. Well, I don't really have anything else I want to say about this movie, honestly. Unless you want me to turn this into a therapy session, which I probably shouldn't do, because I think we've been talking for this movie long enough,
This is a good enough therapy session for sure,
yeah. I mean, at least it wasn't like the time that we talked about the Texas Chainsaw Netflix movie, and we talked about it for, I think, about as long as the movie was.
Yeah.
Like a full 80 minutes.
I mean, I think we've gone for this one about as long, too.
Probably.
I think we've done that a few times.
Yeah. The amount of time it took us to film this episode was the amount of time it took to film Ice Cube for this movie. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. One more thing. Can I you mentioned unflattering angles and stuff. This movie is like nothing but one giant unflattering angle because the camera is like this close to Ice Cube's face.
Yeah, there's some times when he even stands up, like
You can see up his nose.
There's even some times where he stands up and you don't see it. You just see his torso. You don't see him, and then you can kind of see him walking backwards. He's like when he revealed, like when it was revealed that the disruptor was his son, he's like yelling at it, but you just see his torso, and then you kind of see him backing up and saying, "Oh, I can't believe it was you."
It was you. I can't believe it. Yeah.
You couldn't take another take.
Oh, I guess not.
You couldn't do another take of him just actually backing up into frame. I guess not.
No. Amazon, they didn't want to spend the extra money to do retakes. I guess they can't afford it. We haven't given them enough. We haven't given them enough of our money to buy stuff with.
Wowza.
Yeah, I gotta show you this backdrop on Letterbox.
Oh yeah.
Absolute cinema, yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's a new kind of movie. I'm telling you. It's a new kind of it's a new kind of bad movie, and it's a new kind of movie. It's a bad kind of bad movie, but it's a new kind, and it's interesting. You'll never see anything like it. If you like bad movies, I don't know what to tell you. Just go in at your own risk. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Nick, just know what you're getting into.
Yeah. Just know you're not going into a good movie is basically what you do.
It's for real.
Confusing ass movie that makes zero sense.
Yeah. But I'm glad that we had a chance to talk about it.
Yeah.
I think it helps. It helps us to move on from it, So.
R.I.P.
Yes. So next episode we will talk about Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
I'll
probably release this before the Gore Verbinski episode as well.
Yeah, that's
probably
fair.
gonna I just got swamped with work and I edit these at work. So
okay.
I'll put this up probably tomorrow, and then Gore Verbinski movie that we
do your thing. It's all
out of line, but people might not even know we're doing Hulk Hogan movies yet.
Yeah, probably not. Well, just in case you haven't heard, we're going to talk about Hulk Hogan movies soon. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. So, sorry, I didn't mean to throw off the continuity, but it
was my bad.
On.
It was my bad. I just was swamped with work, and I had to.
Yeah.
And I edit these at work, so
you're fine, dude. Don't worry. I never even noticed anyway, so it's all good. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening, and have a good night, folks.
Yeah. Have a good one.
See ya.